All right, Free Radicals, welcome back. I'm Dave, and I'm the Radical Independent, and you might be too if you're watching this channel. Justin Amash, interesting developments today, and I will say this. I am excited that Justin Amash is looking into running for president as a libertarian. I think the libertarian field is kind of boring. I don't see all of the excitement over there that some of the other folks are seeing. I see Amash as being a major player. I do think he's kind of a chicken because he should have just switched parties. Instead, he stayed independent because it's easier to win an election as an independent than it is as a libertarian or a green because people just think, hey, I'm independent, they're independent, there are more independents in the country. It's a good strategy if you're going to kind of circumnavigate the two-party nightmare that we're currently in and been in for quite some time. But it would have been, I think, more of a definitive statement if he had said, you know what, I'm a libertarian going forward. People kind of took the hint and so forth, and, you know, he wanted to impeach Trump. His rationale for impeaching, again, is based on Russiagate. So I know the difference between him and Jesse Ventura on that issue is Jesse does not believe in Russiagate. Amash does, which is counterproductive to the libertarian message of peace and not being a Cold Warrior, because basically you're saying that the Cold War is going on when it's not, that the media is perpetuating the Cold War and the new arms race and so forth. These are things Tulsi Gabbard used to talk about. And I don't know, I don't see a lane for Amash, but I'm happy that he's there. I also don't see him appealing to working class people of color and other minorities who aren't going to look at a libertarian to help. They're just not. And I've been saying this. I think libertarianism as a philosophy, when we look at how the monetary system works, when we also look at who gets bailed out, and I know they would be against crony capitalism, they'd be against all of these all of these businesses that are doing this stuff, but because they're so pro-free market at times without controls, that I think these businesses would still be able to get away with the stuff that they say that they're against. I don't know. I mean, again, their philosophy competes with itself a little bit. So as much as I think Amash getting into the race is a good thing, it really is, the more choices the better, I am still very much interested in the candidacy of Jesse Ventura, who certainly would add some charisma to this campaign, somebody who would be outspoken, somebody who is a warrior, and somebody who I think understands that the two-party system is broken and that the Green Party offers the country something. It's not just, hey, let the free market run rampant, let's deregulate everything, let's, you know, because if you're going to go after banking institutions, you have to write laws. And this isn't a theory, this isn't Ayn Rand, you know, this is, you have to get in there under the hood and fix what's broken with the system. And the Democrats aren't willing to do it because they don't want to lose their donors. The Republicans are pretty much owned by large corporations and big businesses, so they're not willing to do anything. I think the libertarians, many libertarians are in these large companies and these large enterprises. I'm thinking of the Koch brothers, obviously, who are staunch libertarians. So when you say Koch brothers and I say libertarians next to that, people should just be like, yeah, libertarians, they're not for me. They're better, obviously, on free speech, on the surveillance state, on the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the 10th Amendment. They're good. They're really good on those things. If you're a rabid gun owner and want no restrictions, see, I want some restrictions. I'm okay with the Second Amendment, but somebody shouldn't just walk out of a gun show with a high-powered assault rifle without a background check. That's lunacy, and this is the kind of stuff that we're doing in the United States today. We're doing it right now, probably next weekend, you know. That is, if you can, you know, get around the COVID issue, you could maybe go. So Ventura is running, Amash is exploring. I mean, they're both technically exploring. I'd love to see Jesse Ventura be the Green Party nominee and have a three-way contest and have him, Biden, and Trump. Getting either one of these guys on a debate stage is going to be close to impossible, but here are the things that are different now. There are naysayers out there that just say the media is going to ignore, they're going to program. As vigilant as I was for Tulsi Gabbard, I would be far more vigilant for an actual presidential nominee of one of these two parties, the Greens or the Libertarians. And I want to be, I guess, the point person for the Green Party, since I think the Green Party is for the working class, and I would consider myself, even though this is my job, I'm more from that, especially when you look at income and so forth and where I've been most of my life. I am definitely within that framework. There are some things I like about libertarians, but the Greens, for me, are a better party. So this is a major opportunity, okay, because the decks have been cleared. There's a neoliberal who can barely construct a sentence against a guy who hired John Bolton, who still has Mike Pence as his vice president, who still has Mike Pompeo as Secretary of State, right? Just horrible choices. A guy who says he's going to think out of the box, but also believes that, maybe we should inject people with disinfectant, or he feels bad that we can't. Even if you construct that sentence and it comes out of your mouth and you meant something else, it shows me that you're not ready for prime time. Maybe you were, but you're not. Maybe you were skilled at trying to avoid these pitfalls, but anyway, Trump needs to go. Trump needs to go. And those people who voted for Trump, those right-leaning populists, you could find a home in the Green Party. I know there might be some social issues that you're not comfortable with, but guess what? You got to vote for big-ticket issues, and Jesse Ventura and the Green Party, that's what they represent. So again, good to see Justin Amash getting into this, but it's still full speed ahead. I'm hoping that Jesse does more than just test the waters. I hope he gets on ballots, and I hope he wins the Green Party nomination. Okay, I'm done with this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure, if you're interested in helping the channel, you check out PayPal. It's davidjspuria@gmx.com for one-time PayPal donations. Until next time, I'm Dave. I'll see you then.